Most brands burn money through Facebook ads, and I'm here to tell you today that we spent $4,000 on a Facebook ad campaign and generated $20,000. That's roughly around a 4.4 ROAS. Some of the campaigns that we ran generated around a 6 ROAS. Today, I'm going to kind of dive deep into my Facebook ads dashboard and show you guys on how I made this campaign, how we optimized it, and how we scaled this campaign. So first of all, this is a D2C brand. I'm not going to get into the specifics of the brand because, I want to just make sure it's cool with my client, but it is a D2C brand. It is a brand that they do sell it on Shopify. So today, I'm going to kind of show you guys on how we were able to do this. So quickly here, I'm going to show you guys my screen. So the strategy of this, right? So the way we did this was that we were able to get our best creatives that performed well on TikTok, and we moved them towards Facebook. And this was the first time we kind of tested this, right? Was because these videos were going viral on TikTok, but not on Meta's platforms. So what we did was we took those videos from TikTok and we ran ads and put money behind them on Meta. So here, I'm going to kind of show you some of the campaigns. So for example, here, as we can see here on my screen, we attained 483 purchases and spent around $9 per purchase, right? So this one had around a 4.4 ROAS, which was about $20,000 or so. I'm not sure why the value isn't showing here on my dashboard, but we could see it through that way. So now I'm gonna kind of show you guys the ad sets, right? So for example, here, we had a broad audience excluding all our recent purchases. And why I did that was because if you're running ads, you don't want to be targeting people that have purchased from your brand, right? So if you want to kind of attract new customers, right? And that was the goal of this brand, was to acquire new customers. So what we did here is in the ad set here, I'm showing you guys and kind of breaking it down, was also, we were also doing a cost per result goal. And this was the first time I've ever done this, was kind of like a bid strategy, right? So I'm not trying to spend more than $15 to acquire a customer, right? And this was also during Q4 where everyone is running ads, and ads are, the peak of its expense. So we were getting conversions at a $9 CPA. And as we could see here in my targeting here, was everything was broad, but the only thing I was excluding was recent customers. So here we hopped in here, we threw 3 different creatives that had performed well on TikTok, and we were able to generate a 4.4 ROAS, and that was one of the campaigns. So one of the ad sets. So here we have another different ad set, different creatives, but let's see this over here. So this one had a higher budget. We were spending around $72, but then our cost per result goal was at $10. So let's just say in the beginning, if you're thinking about running this for your business, you have to play with the cost per result. So if you're bidding for this, you kind of have to see what is the average cost per acquisition on ads. So if your acquisition is at, let's say, $20 to $30 without this, then you're probably going to want to play with that. So if your acquisition goal, let's just say if this was at $5 and I have a big strategy, most of the time, maybe the ads aren't even going to spend my money because your bidding price has to be kind of attainable, right? So you don't want to bid too low. You also don't want to bid too high. So I was trying to find my median here, and that was $10. Probably could have even went lower than that. But if you do kind of bid at a higher price, Facebook will automatically kind of bid lower than that. So that's just to keep that in mind, so you can kind of keep that parameter in there. So $72, this campaign was launched during that time, and we were excluding purchases, as you guys could see here. Anybody who has, purchased from our brand or from the client's brand, what we would do is grab all the customer emails, and I would upload it into Meta, and I tell Meta, hey, don't target anyone who has purchased from us. We only want to target new people. And that's pretty much it, right? So we took that. The creatives are here. We have 3 different creatives here. I'm going to blur this out. I'm not going to showcase this, but I'm just showcasing for you guys to kind of understand how I was doing it. So you can upload, you know, more creatives if you wanted to, but I find 3 as the middle ground, right? Because you don't want to kind of exhaust Meta with too many creatives, right? So I tested 3 different creatives, and of course, you know, the better creatives were outperforming the rest. So as we could see here, we had 3 different creatives in this ad set. This one attained 214 conversions. The second one attained 92 conversions. And the last one here attained 32. Now you can see the difference in price and cost per result. The first one here has $8 cost per result. The second one had $8.59. And the third one that attained 32 purchases attained a $10 cost per result. So, I mean, Facebook will kind of like see which one is the best result, and in terms of volume and cost per result. So that's kind of how we were able to achieve a 4.4 ROAS. And then I have one last campaign here that we were able to test out. So this one was more of a Black Friday sale, right? So this one was ran for a limited amount of time. This was just a Black Friday promo. So what I'm going to show you guys is this one spent around $20 a day. We got around 30 different conversions, and we got a cost per result at $6.42 at a almost 6 ROAS, right? So low budget here. We didn't spend too much on this one, but you can see that this was a positive ROAS, right? So our break even for this brand is probably around a 1.5 ROAS. We were able to, you know, scale that up. And I'll tell you guys, a big thing and how we were able to do this was testing our different creatives, right? And then also playing around with the bidding. So if you guys are running ads right now for your own brand, I would say to definitely play around with your TikTok creatives, right? If you're active on TikTok, let's say you have TikTok shop influencers, take those creatives and launch them on Meta. And then also play around with the bidding as well. So those are 2 things that I would say that should definitely increase your ROAS. And yeah, guys, don't play around too much with the targeting. Keep it very simple. You want to exclude your customers, you can. If you want to attain new customers, you should definitely do it this way. And if you guys would like me to run your ads and have my agency run your ads, click the link down below. We'll schedule a call and see if you guys are a good fit. But hopefully you guys were able to kind of take that information, pass it on to your brand, and hopefully you guys have a killer ROAS. Anyways, guys, let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see down in the comments below. Subscribe as always. The goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel by 2026. So if we could do that, that'd be great. And then I could keep punching out more content for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.